Hi there guys, I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech, and in this video I'll be unboxing this Asus TUF gaming laptop and giving you a hands-on review. So guys, here's the box, and on the front it boldly says TUF laptop, and at the bottom right corner it also has their logo. On the back we have the model number and some specifications which we will be looking at in a minute. Now let's unbox it. Asus has recently launched two laptops in the TUF series, and we have the 17-inch variant with us right now. This is a review unit, so the box is already open. So once we open it up, first thing we see is the laptop itself. It should actually come in a cloth bag, but someone might have already removed it. Anyway, laptop feels a bit heavy on first impression. Now besides the laptop itself, we get some documentation, and on the side we get the 120 watt power adapter. Now this is a budget gaming laptop from Asus with an AMD Ryzen series CPU and Radeon graphics. This laptop is also military grade certified to work in harsh conditions. Whether it is high temperatures, cooler temperatures, or even high altitudes, this laptop is tested to work without any issues. Now that's something we don't see on a regular laptop. It also has immersive DTS surround sound, and it even supports 7.1 channel virtual sound, which is once again great for gaming. Now let's have a quick physical overview of this massive laptop. The entire laptop is made of hard plastic but has brushed aluminum finish to it. It looks like metal, but I'm pretty sure it isn't. On the top it has a cool design with Asus logo in red with a brushed metal finish. On the right side it has just the lock and a speaker outlet. On the left side it has all the connectivity ports. It has a charging port, LAN port, HDMI port, two USB 3.2 ports, and a single USB 2.2 port. Now that's followed by the audio jack and the speaker at the bottom. On the front it is completely plain. When compared to a regular laptop, it is missing a DVD drive and even an SD card reader. For a gaming laptop launched in 2019, it is even missing a USB Type-C port. Now going on next, at the top part near the hinges, it has two heat exhausts, one for the CPU and another one for the GPU. Bottom part is made of high quality plastic and surprisingly has few vents for air circulation. At the four edges, it also has rubber footpad to give it a bit of grip. Now once we open the laptop, we get to see that massive 17.3-inch IPS display with Full HD resolution, and it also has the anti-glare coating done to it. It has pretty slim bezels on the three sides and a huge chin at the bottom with the Asus branding. Above the display it has the HD webcam, and below the display we have the other half of the laptop, which is pretty aggressively designed. It is still made of plastic but has brushed aluminum design, which looks quite premium. At the top it has 4 LED indicators for power, battery, disk usage and airplane mode. Below that it has a small vent for air circulation, followed by a backlit power button. Now for the rest of the specifications. Under the hood, this laptop sports AMD Ryzen 3550H processor. It's a quad-core processor, AMD Radeon RX 560X GPU with 4GB of VRAM. Besides that, you also get 8GB of regular RAM and 1TB of solid-state hybrid drive. Now that's a regular hard disk with a small SSD attached to it. Now the whole laptop weighs about 2.6 kilograms, and for a gaming laptop, it doesn't feel all that heavy and comparatively looks slimmer like your regular laptop. Now for the review, display on this laptop is really good. Viewing angles are good and it can get very bright. That anti-glare coating does help to cut down most of the reflections. Even the color reproduction is pretty good. Speakers are not super loud but sufficiently loud enough for regular media consumption. It doesn't offer great quality, so if you are picky about sound quality, get a good headset or an external speaker. Below that we get the full-size backlit keyboard with some quick multifunction buttons at the top. By the way, there is only one color, that's red. We can increase or decrease the brightness and even completely turn it off, but there's no way to change the color. Now finally, below the keyboard it has a massive touchpad with a lot of space for palm rest. Now the keyboard on this laptop is very well built. It is pretty soft and has sufficient key travel. I have used this keyboard quite a lot, especially for typing. In fact, wrote the entire script on it and I didn't have any issues. It's comfortable to use and feels good. Now the mousepad is a different story. It is huge, but it has some flexing issues. There is a bit of play to it and makes an annoying sound every time you touch it. If you can just ignore that, rest is all good. Gestures work right out of the box, and the touchpad itself is pretty responsive. Now for regular usage, performance of this laptop is just horrible. For gaming, it wasn't that horrible, probably because we just use one app at a time. Maybe I'm exaggerating a bit, but seriously it is slow. And that's because of the regular hard disk they use. Now this is not a big deal and it can be easily fixed by installing a M2 SSD, which costs about 2500 rupees at the very least. So once you install an SSD and install the OS onto the SSD, everything will be super smooth. It's really great that this laptop has an M2 SSD slot. It would have been much better if Asus could have simply put an SSD in it along with the operating system, so you won't have to go through all this mess. Now for the battery life, this laptop has a 64 watt-hour battery on regular usage like browsing, working on scripts, watching videos, which was everything except for gaming. I got about 4 to 5 hours of battery life. While gaming, you will always be plugged in, so it won't be a problem. Now for gaming, I am not a big gamer, but I did play PUBG on it for quite some time, and the experience was quite good as long as you're plugged in. Especially if you're playing high intensive games, you need to be plugged in to get the best results. Now this is a mid-range gaming laptop, so it doesn't offer you the best visuals, but it's not completely bad either. By the way, on regular usage, fans were pretty quiet and there were no heating issues either. But once you start gaming, you can hear the fan sound and that's super annoying. You might have to increase the game volume or put on a headset to get away from that. That's like the only con so far. So guys, to conclude, this is a good mid-range gaming laptop. It's not that great at gaming itself, but it does offer a lot of good features a regular user might need, like a full HD display, M2 slot support, better cooling system, and a backlit keyboard. These are all cool features that you usually don't find on a normal laptop at this price. So this laptop is great for entry-level gaming or mid-range gaming, but considering all the features it has to offer, it's also a great choice for regular users as well. So guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you're planning to buy this laptop, use the link in the description. It always helps the channel. And if you have any doubts, questions or comments related to the laptop or anything else, do let us know by commenting below this video and we will get back to you as soon as possible. I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech signing off. Have a nice day.